Hello and welcome to Instructor Video 9. Me and Karen are hanging out and we are here to talk to you about your Cha presentations. Karen can't really help you that much, but I don't know, maybe you'll get some pointers from him. He certainly knows how to bounce. Welcome to Instructor Video 10. It's April 8th today, and hopefully you'll watch this before the weekend. And really, this is the only thing you have to do this week aside from work on your Cha presentation. So I eliminated the MySpace, his/her space assignment for the week, so that's gone. And all you have to do is prepare for your Chas. So I hope that you're doing that and meeting with your groups.
Oh, what? What happened? Did you hurt yourself? Okay. Did you hurt yourself?
Can you sit with me? All right, let's see how this works. So, by the way, you can meet with me via Skype if you want to, or FaceTime. I'm happy to do that with your groups. Just give me a little bit of time or notice. I can even do it on the weekend, even though, well, this weekend I'm going away, but I might be able to meet with you in your group. So let me know. And obviously I have a baby, so the timing could be a little off, but if I can work it out, I will meet with you. So like when your group meets, if you want me to be there via Skype on a computer, I can do that. So just let me know. A couple of reminders for your Cha, and make sure you watch the whole video. Just a little hint there. So your rhetorical audience, remember, is your classmates. So make sure that whatever you're proposing to them is something that they can play a part in. So if you're like proposing to fix some kind of outdoor space, and it's all about like hiring outside contractors to do that and the cost it would take, you're not really involving the audience in that. So really think about how you can help students, how you can get students to want to contribute to changing or improving the space that you were thinking about for your proposal. So remember that your rhetorical audience is your classmates. I will have a grading rubric for the presentation. That will come in an announcement later, but generally read through the assignment sheet that I gave you carefully, and basically you're going to be graded on two things: the content of your proposal and the form, like how you actually present it. So the elements of a proposal are going to be really important for you to cover. Make sure you have a clear thesis or focus, a clear problem that you're trying to present a solution for. Make sure that you're aiming to reach your rhetorical audience. Make sure that it's a problem for students in the class that involves a solution, or that has a solution or solutions that involve them, and it will be acceptable to them and will meet their needs. You'll be graded on that too. You want to make sure that you offer step-by-step instructions for the solution or the solutions, and you consider the costs, the money and time it's going to take, as well as the human effort, and is it feasible? Are these solutions that could actually work? Make sure also that you prepare responses to any counter arguments, like what might people say in response that don't agree with you, and be prepared to respond to those arguments that they might make against you. Also, you want to make sure that you outline the benefits of this solution, or the consequences, the effects that it might have on the audience. And then include research. So you can do interviews of people who are involved in the space, like maybe the people who run the dining services. You can interview them. You can look on their website for information. You can look in academic journals if you need help on kind of like what journals to search and look for an academic article from. Let me know, email me, or ask me to Skype in with you guys in your group meeting, and I can help you with that. Newspapers, but you do need some outside research. You can do a survey. If you'd like to create like a SurveyMonkey survey or a Doodle survey online, you can email me the link to it, and I will happily send it out to the class and ask them to respond. So I'm happy to do that. I've done that before for students, and it always works out great. Also, if you're going to quote something in your speech, make sure that you give proper attribution tags. So you say who's saying it, what their credentials are, and you can even say quote and end quote. So for example, you might say, according to Jim Smith, head of IT services at URI, quote, Sakai is the only web platform that we have at this time, end quote. So that's how you can show that you've done your research and quote other people in speaking, because you can't see it in text. You can also have the quote up on a slide if you'd like. So those are the things you're going to be graded on as far as content. As far as form, the elements of a good PechaKucha presentation. Basically, I'm going to look for slides that are simple, unique, original, engaging, and that you've cited any borrowed images or work that you used. You're welcome to use your own photos and your own artwork, your own words on slides. Make sure you stay within the time limit and that the timing was good. So your speech needs to line up with your timing, your time slides. Remember, 20 slides, 20 seconds each. So you need to set PowerPoint for automatic slide progression, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. You also want to make sure that your speech is calm, clear, clearly practiced, so that everyone speaks well and tries not to say too much like I am right now, and just speaks like they've practiced. So make sure that you all practice together. Dress appropriately for the tone that you wish to convey to the audience. If that's a friendly tone and you want to dress friendly, that's fine. If it's more of a business tone and you want to dress in more of a business way, that's fine. Just, have your dress be appropriate. And then finally, remember you have to have a works cited page in hard copy that you hand to me when you guys are done. So make sure you've got that. So that's how I'll grade the form. There will be a Q&A or question and answer period at the end of your talk. So make sure that you're prepared for that. People may bring up counter arguments, so be prepared to respond to those. That's part of any presentation. It's really fun when people do ask you about the work you've done and you're prepared to answer stuff. It's a great way to just show what you know even more. There will be a prize for the most engaging and persuasive proposal. Their audience is going to vote on that after all the groups have finished. Don't forget to check your technology. If you can use my computer if you want. I will have my computer in the classroom, and I can hook it up, and you can just, it's a Mac, so you need to be able to use Mac. I mean, really, you just start it, and the slides will run behind you, so it's just a matter of pressing the start button at that point. But make sure that you have PowerPoint saved in multiple places. You might want to bring a flash drive. You might want to email it to yourself through your Google email at school. So there are multiple ways that you can kind of make sure that you've got it backed up. You can upload it to your Sakai Dropbox as well. That's another place you can have it. But make sure you've got multiple copies so that nothing happens on the day you have to present as far as technology. So the timing for PechaKucha slides, remember they're 20 slides, 20 seconds each, and they have to run automatically behind you as you speak. Under the cool stuff folder in resources, I have put a couple YouTube videos on how to do that. A couple are just like how to create PechaKuchas, but one is specifically about how to create a PowerPoint and how to use PowerPoint for PechaKucha and how to get the slides going every 20 seconds. So watch that. It's short and it shows you how to do it if you don't know how. And our face-to-face classes for the next 2 weeks, because we're doing presentations, may end early. The groups that haven't gone can use that time to meet, but you can also use that time to get working again on your e-portfolios, because that's pretty much the last thing you got to do for the class. So you can just kind of prepare for that. So, to recap, I will be sending out a grading rubric soon, so I can just remind you of the things that I talked to you about how I'm going to grade this PechaKucha. Be prepared for questions and answers. Be prepared for counter arguments. Make sure you read that assignment sheet to make sure that you cover everything you're supposed to in your proposal. Don't forget to check your technology. And don't forget to have the timing automatically set for when you walk into the classroom. All you have to do is press play, and that the cha-cha will start going. And practice, practice, practice. Make sure that you get practice with your group mates. Yeah. Finally, I'm going to give an extra 5 points extra credit on your presentation for those of you who have watched this entire video. Well, you have to, your whole group has to do this. So in order to get the 5 points for your group presentation, you have to make a comment on the YouTube video, on YouTube. Yeah. On something that you learned or took away. Uh-oh. Okay. Sorry, this is a crazy video today. Anyway, so if you make a comment on YouTube and your whole group does it, each of you does a comment, I will give 5 extra points to you guys for your Pachak presentation. So it is possible to get 105, I suppose, on your presentation. So just comment about something you learned or took away from in this instructor video. That's it. It's due by Sunday night at 11 p.m. on April 12th to get the entire, and to get the 5 points, the entire group has to each post a comment on YouTube. Identify yourself. You don't have to use your real name to identify yourself. You can just use your initials and your section, class section. It's either 30, that's the 2 o'clock class, or 32 is the 3 whatever class. And then you, and your group number or your group letter. So, you know, whatever your initials are, your section number, and then your group letter. You can identify yourself that way. You don't have to use your real name when you post a comment. Okay, so hopefully that makes you guys all watch this video. And I hope that you got some pointers and are, you know, a little more prepared with your Pachak because of it. And please do get in touch with me. I can Skype in or FaceTime in if you guys need me, but you got to let me know. Give me some notice so that I can plan around him. Okay, so see you next week, and I'm really looking forward to your presentations. Email me if you have any questions or comments or problems. Oh.